Hello my lovelies, I hope you're all doing really well and welcome to today's video. It's obviously Saturday's video and I will be running through my current palette collection with you. At the end of January I did a full makeup collection, but I keep my palettes and my lipsticks in a separate place. So I'll do the palette one today, and if you want to see the lipstick one then just let me know in the comments down below. I will link every palette that I've got here in the description box, so if you want to go and find it then you can. So I have a good mixture in here of sort of drugstore and high-end and a good old mix of things, so a lot of these you'll probably have heard of. This one I've spoken about a lot. This is the Collection Eyes Uncovered Nude Rose palette, and it's just a beautiful little 6-pan palette with all sort of like rosy nudie type colours in it, obviously. The only thing with this palette that I don't like is the packaging is a bit naff, and you have all shimmers, which obviously makes it quite difficult to create a full eye look with it. However, because it's so little and compact, you can take it anywhere with you, fits nicely in a handbag if you want to top it up, and I think this was like $2.99 or something absolutely ridiculous in Boots, so definitely recommend that to you. Okay, the next one that I've got is another drugstore one. This is by Maybelline, and this is the Nudes Palette, and this is a 12-pan palette, and this was £10, I believe. I am missing a pan right at the bottom, but that was just dark blue anyway, and who uses that? I think it was black actually. But this is all just a nice little palette of various warm and cool nude tones, and this is a better palette because it does have mattes and shimmers in it. Again, the packaging is a bit crap, but can't have it all, can you? So the nice size pans, the colours are all very true to pan when you put them on the eye, so they blend really nicely, they apply nicely, and I use this one quite a lot. I used to use some of the MAC shades for my eyebrows, so okay. Next up is a higher end palette. This is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. As you can see, it's very well loved. I wore this pretty much every day for about 6 months. It's a beautiful palette. Again, it's got a lot of shades. This is a 18-pan palette. So when you think these are about £40 and you get 18 shades, it's a nice solid metal packaging, which unfortunately does make it a lot harder to travel with because it's heavy and more bulky, but the shadows themselves are absolutely beautiful. Again, a good mix of mattes and shimmers and everything, so you've got a good array of things to do in your eye there. There's some really beautiful colours in there. A lot of them are obviously like peaches, but you've also got some purples and some blues and some greys, so it's a really beautiful palette and you can do a lot with it. Okay, next up is my favourite palette that I have, and it is the Kat Von D Metamorphosis palette. Is it the Metamorphosis palette? Yes, it is. And this is what it looks like. I got this for Christmas off of my other half, and I absolutely love it. So pretty. Again, you have a really good mix of mattes and shimmers. This would definitely be a really good palette for somebody that likes doing a smoky eye, because you have a nice little range of smoky colours. You've got obviously the blues and the purples at this end, and they're really stunning. They're really beautiful colours, and the packaging's really pretty. It's heavy, which makes it feel like it's very good quality. However, I probably wouldn't travel with it because it's not majorly sturdy. Nice size mirror, really good sized pans, and they blend beautifully, they apply really well, and it's just a beautiful palette and I love it. And that was not a very good sentence. Pardon me. Okay, next up I have the two Anastasia, like the most well-known Anastasia eyeshadow palette. So the first one I've got is the Modern Renaissance. Weirdly, I use this a lot and then I just stopped. And I'm not really sure why I stopped. I just sort of stopped using it. But it's a lovely palette. You get 14 shades. The only thing I really don't like is the packaging, because it's made out of velvet and it gives me the heebies. So that I don't like. But again, it's a nice magnetic palette. You get a good sized mirror. Actually, the brushes that come with these Anastasia palettes are really good. Like, I use one of these for my everyday eyeshadow. It's brilliant. So yeah. And in the same vein, I also have the Subculture palette. Now, obviously, everybody went absolutely nuts about this one. It was crap. It was awful. I've not had a problem with it. I really like some of the colours in it. Some of them are a bit not really for me. They're a bit much for me. I don't really wear them. But sort of especially these 8 here. I like these 8. I wear these quite a lot because they're all sort of like natural warm shades. And again, I don't like the packaging. It's very pretty, gives me the heebie-jeebies when I touch it. So that's not so good. Again, the brush that came with it was really quite nice. Packaging's good. And you get a nice size mirror. Although they are expensive, I will say that. Very expensive. Very expensive. The boyfriend's lurking and he's trying to be really quiet. He's sitting at the end of the bed. Yeah, next up, this is a Makeup Revolution palette. I think this is the iconic, nope, the Essential Mattes 2. And this is an absolutely fantastic palette. I absolutely love it. I haven't worn it, don't really wear it very much, but I still love it when I do remember that I've got it. Again, the packaging is absolutely crap, but you get all of these shadows for £4 and you get 12 for £4, so that's brilliant. They're all just nice matte nude shades, so you can use them for everything and anything. Contouring, eyebrows, eyes, what have you. You can use it for pretty much anything, and I think for £4 these are exceptionally good quality. They're very pigmented, they blend really well, they're really soft shadows, so very high quality for very little price. And I realise I sound like a Tesco advert. Okay, next up, this is sort of like a contour kit, so it's not really a palette, but this is the Sleek contour kit. I don't really wear it now, but this was the one that I used all the time. So it's just a pressed contour powder and a pressed highlighter, and this is in the shade medium because the light one literally didn't show up, which is quite unusual. That was weird, but yeah, the highlighter is alright. It's a bit dark for me, but it's okay. It's not that impressive, and the contour is okay. Again, it's a little bit warm for me, but it's okay. I use it every now and again. And in the same vein as Sleek, I have this eyeshadow palette, and this is the Oh So Special palette. Now this is why I don't like these. These are an absolute pain in the arse. This bit just flips down the whole time. You get a really, really good size mirror. I'm trying not to blind you. I'm sorry. So you get a really good size mirror, and then you get 12 eyeshadow shades. I think this was about £8. I'm not really sure. This one is okay. It's probably not my favourite palette that I own. It's got some slightly peculiar colours in it. And sort of when you stare at it and you look at it, you think, why did they put those colours together? But nevertheless, I would definitely recommend Sleek eyeshadows in general because they're really lovely. They blend nicely. They're very pretty. And yeah, they're really good value for money. Okay, I've only got 4 more to go, guys. No, I haven't. I'm lying. I've got 5. I've got 5. I'm lying. And then the next one that I've got is, again, it's another contour kit. This is actually a palette. It's what it says it is. It's a palette. It says it on the back. Face sculpting palette. So you have a contour, a powder, and a highlight. I must admit, the highlight is a little bit dark for me, and it's quite chunky and just like glitter almost. However, it's very pretty. Like if I'm going out and I want to really, really be glittery, then I put that on. And the powder's okay, the powder works alright, and the contour is the contour that I use every single day now. I absolutely love it, it's beautiful. This is the NYX 3 Steps to Sculpt palette. That is hard to say. And again, I got this for Christmas, and I just use an angled fluffy brush thing to put it on my face. I would definitely recommend this. I think these are about £10–11 in Boots. I'm not sure, so I'll have to have a look. But yeah, beautiful. Okay, the last 4 that I've got are all eyeshadow palettes, so I have a lot of those. And this is one that I have. This is the number 7. This is the Smoky Limited Edition Eye Palette. I don't think they actually do this anymore. Again, it's got a really nice size mirror. You get 8 shadows, and they're all sort of smoky colours. You know, you've got a black, you've got some different coloured greys, you've got a dark, like a khaki green in there, which is quite cool. And then for some unknown reason, you have a light pink at the end. I'm not sure what that's for. Again, it's one of those palettes you sort of look at it and you think, why is that in there? Just why have you done that to it? Why? But again, it's an alright palette. It's not one that I use very often because I don't wear smoky eyeshadow very often. But if I do, I might reach for that one, maybe. Who am I trying to kid? I'm not going to use it. Okay, now this one is quite a weird little one. This is by W7. This is quite new. I've only used it a couple of times. But this is W7 the Nudes, and it's just a little quad like this. And you get 4 very, very simple, very, very basic nude eyeshadows. And actually, this is very high quality. I bought this for like £1.99. The packaging's a bit crap, but the shadows themselves are actually very good quality. They're very nice to wear. They blend nicely. They show up. They're nice and pigmented. So yeah, overall for a £1.99 little 4 eyeshadows, they're definitely worth it. I definitely give them a go. And they have other ones as well. I think they've got like a pinky one and a smoky one and a purpley one, I think. But yeah, you have to look. They're good. Okay, and my second Too Faced palette is the Too Faced Chocolate Bonbons palette. And again, this has been very well loved. Look at it. It's a bit of a mess. I wore this an awful lot, and I do still reach for it every now and again because it has some really beautiful browns in here. There's some other really odd shades. Like you've got like a really bright purple down there, like a pinky fuchsia colour. You've also got this weird bluey grey colour, and then you've got a purple. So I'm not sure why they're in there personally, but each their own. I suppose you've got mattes, you've got shimmers. The little heart-shaped pans is irritating, but it is what it is. And a lot of these colours are really, really pretty. They're absolutely beautiful. They're really nice to wear, and they're just overall they're really, really lovely. So yeah, well done Too Faced. Obviously they are expensive palettes, but when you're getting sort of 18 eyeshadows in one, kind of worth it. And finally is this little guy, and this is by Vital Radiance, which if you don't know, I think was brought out by Revlon, and it was for women over the age of 50, which I think is nonsense. I think that you should be able to wear whatever makeup you want at whatever age you want, and I really liked this palette. I really like the colours, so my mum gave it to me actually, but yeah, it's pretty. So you've got a little sort of like a mauvey pink up here, and then you've got a dark purpley burgundy colour, and then you have a light colour here. And this is called Rose Gardens. This is one of their soft dimension powder shadow kit things. So everything's there for you to make a full eye. You've got a base colour, you've got a crease colour, you've got a highlight colour, all of that stuff. So yeah, and that's it. That's all of my palettes. My little palette collection. I really hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know down below what your favourite palette is. I'd really like to know. So let me know in the comment section what your favourite palette of all time is. Yeah. And if you enjoyed it, please give me a big thumbs up and press the big red subscribe button. And I will see you guys on Tuesday. Bye bye.